first of all, you can tell us about your journey and why you started Mombot Strong.
Sure thing. I think I was very scared of pregnancy. I was very scared. And because this is a platform where it's no filter and no judgment. And I think it's important we have these conversations. I was afraid that my body would change and I wouldn't bounce back. I disapprove of that word, bounce back, but I had it in my head. And I delayed my pregnancy to the age of 37. And I got pregnant at 37. Everything went well. I gave birth to a beautiful boy. And I thought in 3 months, I will bounce back. I've been in this fitness world for the last 10 years, super high energy. In fact, during my pregnancy, I did an entire India tour teaching live Zumba classes. And I booked my first training. Everything was set. I remember it was 2 months postpartum and I went to an event in Bangalore with the whole, the Zumba community. We have an amazing community of Zumba instructors. Sparsh is one of them. So, I went to this event and of course I was organizing it and I thought I was supposed to teach one song. And I remember as I entered the stage, as I was supposed to enter the stage, I was stressed, the whole day I was running around. I peed my pants. I literally peed my pants. And I thought, what's happening? I'm this, in my head, right? I'm this Zumba education specialist ambassador supposed to go on stage, and what just happened to me? And thankfully it was not much and it was dark, but I, of course, fake it till you make it. I went on stage. And the worst thing after that, what happened, that after just one song, I was huffing and puffing and praying for my life. And I was this woman who did a tour in her second trimester, right? Teaching 1 hour non-stop classes. And what just happened? This cannot be happening to me. So imagine the mindset shift that suddenly happened. I lost my confidence in my body, in myself. I said, hey, if this is what I am facing, imagine what thousands, millions of women in India are experiencing, and they have no way. We are in this world of fitness and nutrition. We have avenues to go and research and work on ourselves, but there are so much of contradictory information out there. We don't know what's right and wrong. Someone is doing do planks and crunches, nothing will happen. Someone is saying no, do this and that, and go on a diet plan, 10-day belly fix, and you'll be fine. And I was shocked that there was hardly any information which was authentic, research-based in India right now. Very few good coaches out there, right? And I found this dire need to create a way where I could, first study and research, get myself certified. I always believe that before you share information, you need to have your knowledge right? Otherwise, there's no point. But once you have the knowledge, once you've executed on yourself, once it's worked, it will only be, beneficial if it is shared with more and more people. So that's what my purpose was behind Mombot Strong, to go and take out this information of what I discovered, or what is the right way to heal and recover. One thing I understood, Shilpa and Sparsh, is that no, please don't go and start off with your regular fitness regime, whether it's Zumba, which I love, or HIIT, or your marathon. Your body is not ready. Will it be ready ever? Yes, of course. Give it 3 months to 6 months, it will be ready. And the sooner, the better. Second is that, build a strong foundation first. You have to go to a specialized postnatal trainer who's specialized in this, right? You cannot go, and I'm telling from my personal experience, and I apologize, I've had, women come after pregnancy and I've said, hey, yes, just take your intensity down after pregnancy, come join in. And I was wrong. Ultimately, I was wrong. Right now, I realize that you're supposed to first heal your inner deep core, not do planks and crunches. That's only working the outside, and that can create even worse effects on your body. So that's the second thing which I realized, that we have to heal the deep core, and no one is talking about it. And the last bit is, let's do away with bounce back. Everybody is different. Fit looks different. Can I repeat this? Fit looks different on different bodies, and the recovery process is very, very different. And weight loss is going to happen, but it happens with nutrition. That's why you guys are there. So, it happens with good nutrition, with good, a diet plan, nutrition plan from a nutritionist, from people like you who can mentor women. But the first thing is to strengthen from the inside out.
And do you think, Sucheta, does that postpartum is different for older as well as, I mean, versus younger and older bodies?
I was explaining this concept to you, as I'll share it with everyone watching, is that you on earth, how many years you have lived is different your actual body age. You can reverse your age with the right kind of a workout regime, movement, nutrition, sleep. So someone who is 40 can actually be 50 body wise, or that person can be 32. So when actually I was pregnant, and when I decided to get pregnant at 37, my body age was 32. Can you believe it? My body age, I'm 5 years younger, and it's possible.
How?
So does it? Yes. If you're taking care of your body, you can reverse your age for sure, or delay aging, and that's very important. And once you have given birth, right, there is a natural decline of life energy as you age. Now, how can you keep it at optimal levels? Again, with the right kind of fitness training, with the right kind of nutrition. So there is yes and no for Sparsh for age. Age is your body age and not how many years you're living on this planet.
No, I think like Sucheta said, even if we take care of our nutrition and we take care of our lifestyle, we anyways slow the aging.
For sure. And nutrition, like there's a lot of discussion on supplements, right? And as we age, at 40 now, I know that I should have taken XYZ kind of these supplements when I was in my 30s, which I kind of ignored in my early 30s, but I started off in my after 35, and now it's continuing. And one major discovery that I don't know why women are not, like people, not women, the industry is not talking about is collagen. During pregnancy, I keep sharing about this a lot, but during pregnancy, where is the baby need? Inside your belly, right? Inside, like really inside all your abdominal walls. And so how is the baby getting space to grow? Your abdominal walls are connected by this connective tissue. Due to the hormonal changes, they kind of stretch, they widen, they soften, and hence it's giving that little leeway for your baby, your fetus to grow inside. Now, after you've popped out that baby, cute little thing, not in the initial days, but later, cute little thing, it doesn't pop back together. That all the connective tissue is not like an elastic band. It doesn't come back together. You have to do specialized core training, which, it's part of my Mombot Strong, and we'll of course share a lot of things for Chic Moms Thrive, all my women. But collagen, the nutrition part of it, how that comes into it, that's so significant because one of the major components of that connective tissue or ligaments, tendons, your skin, all of that is collagen, and that can really complement this whole healing process. It is, I don't even want to say, but it is, M of miracle.
With nutrition, not many people understand why nutrition is needed. Hum right fruits and vegetables and my proteins people take, and that should be enough. But in today's time and lifestyle, that's not.
How many of us are truly disciplined? We are really not, because life happens, right? It's not our fault, and I want
also a mom.
women to stop feeling guilty about it, right? Because life happens, guys. Sometimes you're stressed, there is stress eating. Sometimes you're in a very happy mood that day. Oh, fruits, vegetables up 3 times, 3 portions vegetables, 3 portions fruits, sab ho raha hai, right? But most times it doesn't. So to close that gap, please understand, my women, everyone watching, it's not supplements and weight loss nahi hota hai. Supplements is to give you energy, to give you the right kind of, closing the gap between your meals and your actual need for what is required. So please research, go to your blood work if required, know what is missing from your, daily needs, find out, and half your answers will be there. And then what you need.
As a mom, as a new mom, and also as a 40 plus, which supplements you are taking, or you would say that one should take during this time?
As you age, there is a loss of bone density, right? So calcium is a must. That is something that you should take. I definitely take my vitamin D and omega-3. Like that's a no-brainer. We don't get sunlight, guys. Like no matter how much, can you go at 11:30, between 11:30 and 12:30 and sit in the sun for half an hour? We don't do that. So have your vitamin Ds. And I had hair fall. In fact, Shilpa, Sparsh, I discovered you guys in my first year of motherhood, not this year, not last year, the year before that, because I saw a wonderful light. I didn't know that what's happening to my hair. Why was my hair falling off like crazy post-pregnancy? And I realized that there is a concept behind it. You will be amazed why we have hair fall and how can we correct it. So I started using your product for that. And then that's how I discovered you guys, because that was so informational.
And that sounds for people who are wondering if something.
Yes, a bounce. I love that name, and see my bounce. And then we had, and then last one which I take is collagen, and of course protein. That's something which is a must for women. You should know how much protein you require, see how much you get from food. If you're not getting everything from food, then you of course have a protein supplement. So these are the 5 things I take.
So whether a mom is active or not, she should have these supplements.
What are the different issues that women go through during postpartum?
It's one of the common things that happen, and women are embarrassed to talk about. But I really want to talk about it is urinary incontinence, stress incontinence, and why that is literally leaking urine, right? When you're sneezing, when you're laughing out loud, when you're carrying something heavy, it's basically not just your, the connective tissue between your right and left six-pack abs kind of separating and stretching, which has to be strengthened, but also your pelvic floor has stretched. Imagine that weight you've been carrying for 9 months of pressure on the pelvic floor. So that also has to be healed before you, if you go without healing the pelvic floor into, your cardio class, into your HIT class, and you start doing jumping jacks or a burpee, not today maybe, but because of that constant pressure and not having healed the pelvic floor, maybe you will start facing it. I don't want to scare anyone, but after 5 years you may have it, right? So it's not once postpartum, you're always postpartum, and that is not a bad thing. That is power. You have made a universe in your body and you have popped it out in the world, whether someone has cut you open, which is like crazy, like I was cut open, or you've popped it out from down there. You have power, and now you're harnessing that awareness and that energy and that power to create a new version of yourself. So you're not bouncing back, you are charging forward. And that's what I love to say. You're going to charge forward with that awareness, coupled with the right knowledge of how to heal and make a good foundation of your body before you start doing your planks, jumping jacks to lose weight, build muscle. All of that will happen. But the first thing I do want to know, we're going to talk a lot about it later, but you should, and I cannot emphasize this enough, especially if you're a new mom, please do not wait for 3 months. After your 4 or 6 week postnatal checkup, you are good to go with your postpartum specialized training, which is a lot of deep core pelvic floor rehabilitation, core rehab, right? So the first, just a simple recommendation, start off walking for 10 minutes to get your body energized, right? Just 10 minutes, light walking. Then learn something. The technique is called connection breath. I have it on my platform, on my page, but it's very simple, where you're going to learn how to brace your innermost abdominal muscle. I call it the belt muscle. It's called transverse abdominis. No one teaches it in a regular fitness class, right? So you have to learn it through someone who specializes in it, and you have to learn how to lift your pelvic floor. So all of that has to be learned through a breathing technique. Practice it 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the evening, every day. You can start this even for a C-sec mom after 5-6 days of delivery. That's totally fine. And then I want all of you to really understand that for the first month, completely focus on these movements. There's movements called the dead bug, clamshell, open book, bird dog, but these are modified versions to learn how to engage your deep core. Once you've made these new neural connections between your brain and your body, apply it in daily activities. When you're lifting your baby, learn how to engage the core. When you're doing jharu pocha, learn how to engage the core. When you're working on your computer desk, you're nailing a meeting. I'm having an engaged core. This is slumped down. I'm constantly engaging because I'm constantly working on my core. That is how you're going to strengthen yourself second by second, minute by minute, with no pressure. You know how to apply it in life. So that in the 2 months time, when you start lifting weights or go to a Zumba class, you're not caught unaware. If you suddenly feel pain inside somewhere, or you feel that you're peeing your pants, you know how to control your body from the inside, and then you're nailing your actual fitness regime. You are prepared for your fit mom life.